So now we've learned a bit about Georgia Keith and what inspired her and her artistry. I thought we'd now create one of a painting in the style of her. And all you need for that is some felt tips, a paintbrush, some water, a couple of sheets of paper or card, and a flower or plant of your choice. I didn't have a flower, so I used a cactus. And I absolutely love the colours in this cactus, so it's going to be really fantastic in my picture. So here is my Georgia Keith inspired painting, which didn't take me very long at all. So let me show you how I created that. So I created a view finder. So all I did was I got a little piece of card, but you can use paper. I chopped a small hole in it, opened it up and put it across the bit, zoomed in on my cactus, the little bit that I was interested in. And from that, I just really quickly, freehand, drew that image. So I'm going to stop now, and the next thing you're going to see is just the pencil drawing of that. Right, so as you can see, I've just done a really quick sketch of that zoomed in part of the plant. Now I'm still looking at that part of the plant as I'm going to add colour, because I love the colours that are on there, but you could go off piste and include different colours if you liked. So on my plant, the edges are all pink. Use quite nice thick lines because that's going to help your painting later on. And it doesn't really matter if you go off the lines, just cover all those lines in red. Cover all those lines in the colour of your choice. My plant's lovely and spiky, but her lines are nice and curved and flowy. So my plant has got some lovely green at the bottom as well, right in there you can see. So I'm going to include the green. I'm also including some yellow as well. So I think I'll put the yellow at the bottom. There we go. So what Georgia Keith would often do is she'd often mix her colours straight on the paper. And it's actually a lovely technique. It means you're kind of playing with colour mixing straight onto your paper, which is it's very liberating actually. Okay, so there's my green. I'm going to include a bit more pink because actually on my plant there's quite a lot of pink. You don't have to fill in all the gaps. And then the last finishing touch, I'm just going to do the lines, just to give it a bit more definition around the edges. You can always go back and add a bit more detail after. Okay, now this is the fun bit. Here we go. So then you get your paintbrush and it's just like your watercolour. You're able to mix on the page. And now with Georgia Keith, there were no hard lines. Okay, so if there's any hard lines, you need to fill them in and use your water. Don't use lots and lots of water because if you use too much, then it could become a little mess. But can you see now on that main flower there, that main leaf, sorry, there's no hard lines anymore. And it just looks like watercolour. And if you want to use paint at home, you can. But I just really liked using felt tip, and also I thought it's a bit more accessible. People are more likely to just have felt tips at home. So as you can see, using the right amount of water means it merges really nicely, and you don't have to be too delicate with this. And there you have it. So the main thing is choosing a plant or flower that inspires you, that catches your eye, and you might want to go on a little nature walk to find that. You might want to use a house plant you've had in your house for a long time, finding a little section of it that interests you. It might be right at the centre of the flower. It might be one of the flower's leaves. It might be the stalk. But I think the centre has got a lot, often got a lot more colour or vibrance. And that's your finished product. So that's using felt tips, as if you're painters. So enjoy that, and we can't wait to see your finished products.